Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Scorpio October 6, 2024. The confidence you have in your plans, creative efforts, hobbies, or romantic pursuits is based on realism now, which is the best kind. Today's Venus-Saturn trine draws you to pastimes and pleasures that have something to teach you. You might put more effort into the practical side of your hobbies and relationships now. This astrological influence subtly boosts your appeal. Note that this is not the time for bold or flashy moves. The focus should instead be on bringing a plan or idea down to earth, expressing reliability, and coming through for others. It can be an excellent time for attention to detail with money, business, and creative projects. A magical day for your love life awaits today. Venus in your solar house of true love, romance, and dating brings extra dazzle as she aligns harmoniously with taskmaster Saturn. This bodes incredibly well for you to make a serious commitment or promise to someone whom you care for. Existing relationships can enjoy more bonding and stability. If you are single, set up a date with a prospective suitor who is looking for something long-term. Attracting someone reliable, practical, and supportive is highly possible at this time. Don't waste this heavyweight influence. Allow your love life to prosper and grow. Your professional journey is changing Cancer. If you could do anything, what would you want to do? Consider this question as Venus in Scorpio trines Saturn retrograde in Pisces. The watery energy complements you since your intuition and imagination will become amplified. You already know that your professional journey is meant to be rerouted, but you may still need to find out where. Mystical signs and signals will caution you to consider taking the professional road less traveled. Do not limit yourself when there is a world of possibilities waiting for you. One of the best ways to feel free of negative energy is to make an agreement with yourself to take a break from reading or listening to the news, even if it's just for a day. Remember, there's a fine line between staying woke and never sleeping again. In order for your immune system to fight off illness, it needs on average a solid 8 hours of sleep a night. In order to be able to sleep, your body needs to know that it doesn't have to be on high alert. Those of us who are particularly empathic need to be especially careful when it comes to the media we consume, be it heart-wrenching segments on the nightly news or ultra-violent movies before bedtime. You aren't doing your endocrine, nervous, and immune systems any favors by exposing it to overstimulating, frightening content. You may be spoiled by today's vibrations. They're speaking only of you, and in the best of terms. This is a time of renewal, discovery, and new centers of interest that will be as varied as they are pleasant. Professionally, things will be better. You just need to harvest the good news. Sentimentally, you will only have to breathe in the sweet smell of happiness. What more could you ask for? In 14 days, Venus will return to your work sector, initiating the first planetary activity on the job front since earlier in the year. This coincides with a full moon in your career sector. In her final 2 weeks in a playful and creative part of your chart, Venus is maximizing these energies. You won't need to exert much effort as she moves towards a favorable alignment with Saturn in an adventurous area of your chart, reaching its height over the weekend. This alignment emphasizes the importance of embracing playfulness, creativity, and adventure in life. Venus not only moves into her final 2 weeks in your romantic sector today, but is just days away from a friendly aspect to Saturn in an adventurous part of your chart and to Mars in Cancer, which will peak a few days later. With the moon returning tomorrow, there is not just a romantically charged weekend ahead, but some of the most romantically charged days of the year. Our eyes in the sky. Take a moment today to pause, breathe, and allow yourself the space to truly decompress. With the moon's energy intensifying, it's natural to feel a bit overwhelmed by everything bubbling beneath the surface. When emotions run high, we often feel the need to retreat, reflect, and recharge and that's exactly what today is asking of you. It's okay to step back and give yourself the time to process all the feelings rising within. Think of it as a mental and emotional reset, a chance to regain balance and find clarity in the midst of life's busyness. Now, I want to encourage you to take a deep breath and remember, no one is intentionally trying to push your buttons. It's easy to feel that way when the world feels heavy, but more often than not, it's our own internal stress that magnifies those emotions. Have you ever had one of those days where something small, something that wouldn't normally bother you, suddenly feels like a much bigger deal? That's a sign you're running on empty. When we're stretched thin, every little frustration can feel like it's 10 times bigger. And that's why today, it's so important to prioritize yourself with some much-needed downtime. Now, let's talk about your energy, because today you're feeling more than capable, you're feeling inspired. There's this powerful, almost electric drive bubbling up inside you, urging you to set meaningful things into motion. Whether it's a new project, diving into a passion, or making real progress on a goal that's close to your heart, your motivation is sky high. You're ready to take on the world, and that's such a wonderful feeling. But here's a little reminder, while it's fantastic to ride this wave of enthusiasm, it's also important to be mindful of how much you're asking of others in the process. Have you ever been so caught up in your own excitement that you didn't realize how your energy was affecting those around you? It's something we all experience, especially when we're super passionate about something. Today's cosmic energy is a gentle nudge to find balance between chasing your ambitions and being considerate of the people who are supporting you. Remember, collaboration is key, and when we make others feel included, respected, and valued, they're so much more willing to jump on board with our vision. Think about it. Have you ever been more motivated to help someone when they truly made you feel appreciated? That's the energy to tap into today. By fostering an atmosphere of mutual support, you'll not only strengthen your relationships but also make it so much easier to bring your dreams to life. It's about building together, lifting each other up, and working in harmony. And trust me, the more you make people feel seen and heard, the more they'll want to join forces with you. Of course, with all this excitement and communicative energy, it's possible that things might not be moving as quickly as you'd hoped. You might hit a few roadblocks or feel like progress is slower than you expected. But don't let that discourage you. We all have those days when it feels like the universe is pressing pause, and it can be frustrating, but it doesn't mean you're off track. Sometimes, these slowdowns are opportunities in disquisition moments when we're invited to step back, recalibrate, and refine our approach. Have you ever set your sights on a goal, only to realize partway there that you needed to tweak your course slightly? That's exactly what today's energy is asking of you. It's not about pushing forward recklessly or forcing things to happen. It's about taking a moment to reassess. Where are you headed? Is your current path aligned with your long-term vision? Sometimes, slowing down doesn't mean falling behind. It's a way to ensure that you're moving forward with intention and purpose, not just momentum. After all, true progress comes from steady, thoughtful steps, not rushed leaps. It's the small, deliberate actions that lead to lasting success. So, as you navigate today's cosmic energy, remember to be patient with yourself, trust in the process, and allow space for reflection. You're exactly where you need to be, and every pause, every adjustment, is bringing you closer to your goals.